Sister Wives star Aspyn Brown is one of the few children in the Brown family who doesn't have a social media page. Fans can only get updates from some of her siblings' posts. Christine occasionally gives news about Aspyn and Mitchell Thompson. But many fans were surprised when Aspyn appeared pregnant in a new video. Keep reading to see the discussion. Sister Wives. Aspyn Brown and Mitchell Thompson's complicated marriage. Aspyn and Mitchell had one of the most complicated marriages in the family. The Sister Wives stars had multiple family members linked to one another. Aspyn's great-grandfather, Rulon Allred, is the brother of Mitchell's great-grandmother, Beth Allred Jessup. Aspyn's grandfather, Rex Allred, is also first cousins with Mitchell's grandmother, Evelyn Jessup. Christine Brown and Mitchell's father, Dennis Blaine Thompson, are second cousins. This makes Aspyn and Mitchell third cousins. It could be one of the main reasons why they still hadn't had a child. But many fans were surprised when Aspyn resurfaced after a long absence with a huge baby bump. Aspyn pregnant with first child. Some fans on social media discussed Aspyn Brown's latest appearance in a new promotional video for Kendra Scott. The Sister Wives star is a store manager and is also the spokesperson for the interview. But what caught the attention of many was how pregnant Aspyn was during the clip. It's going to be Aspyn and Mitchell's first child together, and many fans hope their child will be healthy, considering that they're third cousins. Meanwhile, others can't help but praise Aspyn's new full bangs look and for working a normal job away from the limelight. That's amazing, really happy for Aspyn and Mitch. Their ginger babies will be so cute. Aspyn says a lot during the show she wants to be a mom happy for her. I'm loving the bangs. Aspyn looks adorable. She'll be a great mom. She will be a great mom because she had to be one. Congrats to her. Sister Wives. What are Aspyn Brown and David Mitchell's careers? Aspyn Brown has been thriving as a store manager at Kendra Scott. It also appears that she's been having issues with her father, Kody Brown. During the previous episode of Sister Wives Season 19, Kody admitted that he and Aspyn had a long discussion after she confronted him, asking why he didn't like her. It's unclear if their relationship improved behind the cameras, but fans can only hope that Kody will be present once his first grandson with Aspyn arrives. Mitchell Thompson works as a carpenter at DMT Carpentry in Lehi, Utah. He has also participated in multiple Muay Thai boxing matches and received his black belt in Krav Maga in October 2024. The 23rd episode of Sister Wives Season 19 will air on May 4, 2025 on TLC. If you are looking for more Sister Wives news, come back to TV shows Ace. The sun dipped behind the Wasatch Mountains as golden rays bathed the quiet streets of Murray, Utah. Aspyn Brown brushed a lock of auburn hair behind her ear and looked down at the tiny sonogram photo in her hand. She sat alone in her kitchen, sipping herbal tea, her thoughts heavy with joy and a tinge of apprehension. She had always imagined this moment would feel like fireworks, like confetti and balloons, like a parade marching into her life. But instead, it felt sacred, quiet, like a soft page turning in a well-worn book. She wasn't just holding a picture of her baby. She was holding the future. For years, Aspyn had worked hard to carve out her own identity away from the long shadow of her family's reality TV legacy. Daughter of Christine and Kody Brown, Aspyn had spent much of her early life in the spotlight. But since marrying Mitch Thompson and settling into a peaceful life, she learned to value privacy, something rare in the Brown family. Still, some moments she knew had to be shared. Chapter 1. The Decision. It had taken her 2 weeks to make the decision. Tell them now or wait. She and Mitch had found out during a routine checkup. Neither had been expecting it. Life had been calm, filled with career focus and the occasional visit from their large, interwoven family. But the test had been clear. So had the heartbeat. And from that moment, everything changed. "I don't want to make a scene," Aspyn had said nervously one night as they lay in bed, the ultrasound photo pinned to the fridge like a secret. "You won't," Mitch said gently. "But you're part of a family that is a scene. That's just how it is." They had laughed, but the truth clung to the air. Chapter 2. The Announcement. Aspyn didn't plan a grand reveal. No Instagram post. No press release. No phone calls to producers. Instead, she invited her immediate family to dinner. Christine was the first to arrive, arms full of cinnamon rolls and lemon iced tea. She immediately noticed her daughter's glow, but said nothing, choosing instead to beam with pride at how beautifully Aspyn had set the table. Mary arrived next, curious and cautious. She had always maintained a distant but respectful connection with Aspyn, admiring her poise and intelligence. Then came Janelle, warm and practical, offering to help in the kitchen. Her boys trailed behind her, filling the house with their signature boisterous energy. Kody arrived last, with Robyn. The air shifted as it always did when they walked into a room together. But tonight, Aspyn wasn't focused on the past or the politics. She had one purpose: to share her joy, regardless of the family's fractured dynamics. The table was full, the meal was served, and for a while, they simply talked. Memories, recipes, jokes. It felt almost like the old days. Then Aspyn stood up, clutching a small wooden box. She cleared her throat. "I have something I want to give Mom," she said. Christine smiled, confused, but took the box. When she opened it, her hands flew to her mouth. Inside was a pair of handmade baby goodies, yellow, neutral, soft. And beneath it, a tiny card that read, "Due this fall." There was silence. For one long breath, the room stilled. Then Christine gasped. "Aspyn," she cried, tears already streaming down her cheeks. "I'm going to be a grandma," Janelle asked, eyes wide. Mitch stood beside his wife, his hand gently touching the small of her back. "We're expecting," he said simply. The room erupted. Even Mary stood to hug her, emotion brimming in her eyes. "You're going to be a phenomenal mom," she said quietly. "You always were the nurturer." Robyn offered her congratulations softly, though she stayed seated. Kody rose, uncertain, and said, "You've grown into such a strong woman, Aspyn. I'm proud of you." It was the most peaceful dinner they'd had in years. Chapter 3. Ripples. Word spread, of course. That was inevitable. Kelty was the first to call. "You couldn't have told me first," she joked, then quickly shifted to excitement. "Our babies are going to grow up together." Truly texted, "Does this mean I get to be an aunt?" I feel so old, lol. Even Madison in North Carolina sent a care package within days, tiny onesies, handmade burp cloths, and a note that read, "Motherhood is wild and beautiful. You've got this." But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Behind closed doors, Robyn and Kody had their own conversation. "She didn't even call us before," Robyn muttered. "We're her parents too, aren't we?" Kody sighed. "She's Christine's daughter, Robyn. We weren't as involved as we should have been. She's just grown. Independent. Do you think she'll let us be part of the baby's life?" Robyn asked, softer this time. "I think she'll let love in. That's who Aspyn is," Kody replied. Chapter 4. A Quiet Strength. Christine visited often in the following weeks, helping decorate the nursery and cooking freezer meals for the first trimester nausea. One afternoon, Aspyn sat on the couch with her feet up while her mother folded tiny blankets. "You're glowing," Christine said, "but also quiet. Are you okay?" "I am," Aspyn said, "just thinking a lot." "About what?" "About what kind of legacy I want to pass down. What kind of mother I want to be. I grew up in a house where love was complicated, where love was stretched." Christine paused, then nodded. "I know. I want my baby to feel steady. One mom, one dad, one home." Christine's eyes filled with tears. "That's beautiful. And you'll give that to them." Chapter 5. Unexpected Visitors. A few weeks later, Mary dropped by unannounced, holding a potted plant and a small envelope. "I wanted to give you something," she said awkwardly. Aspyn raised an eyebrow, intrigued. "I don't have grandkids of my own," Mary said, "but you're special to me. You always have been." Inside the envelope was a letter. It was handwritten, full of stories about Aspyn as a child, her love for books, her compassion, her fiery sense of fairness. "I wanted your baby to know who their mom was." Before all this, Mary said, gesturing vaguely to the idea of fame and chaos. Aspyn hugged her long and hard. For the first time in years, a wall between them crumbled. Chapter 6. A Family Redefined. In the months that followed, Aspyn's pregnancy became a quiet thread that tied the family together in ways no one had expected. Kody, perhaps feeling his grip on the family structure loosening, offered to build a handmade crib. Surprisingly, Aspyn accepted. Robyn knitted a blanket, though she never brought it over herself. She left it at Christine's, who delivered it on her behalf. The sister wives' legacy had always been about redefining family. And here was Aspyn, doing exactly that, on her own terms. She wasn't rejecting her roots. She was reshaping them. Chapter 7. The First Kick. One autumn morning, Aspyn stood on the porch, wrapped in a cardigan, sipping warm cider. The leaves had turned. The world was quiet. Then it happened, a tiny flutter, low in her belly. Her hand flew to her stomach, eyes wide. Another kick followed, firmer this time. She gasped, laughing out loud. Mitch ran out. "Are you okay?" "It kicked," she said breathlessly. Mitch dropped to his knees and pressed his ear against her bump. "Hi there, little one," he whispered. "We can't wait to meet you." And just like that, everything felt real. Epilogue, the legacy continues. Months later, under a pale winter sky, Aspyn gave birth to a healthy baby girl. Christine cried harder than anyone. Kody held the baby gently, then passed her to Mary, whose eyes shimmered with something close to healing. Even Robyn, watching from a quiet corner of the room, smiled sincerely. "She's beautiful," she said. In that moment, the divisions between them faded, not erased, but softened by the presence of something new. A future, a symbol of love reborn. Aspyn named her daughter Hope Christine Thompson, a name that carried strength, softness, and a bridge between generations. And as she held her baby for the first time, Aspyn whispered, "You don't have to be raised on TV. You don't have to carry anyone's legacy but your own. But just so you know, you come from women who fought hard to find their voice. And now it's your turn."